People say, when will you have to call for a transplant? I could be sitting here, I'm sitting in 3 or 4 or 5 years time, still not had a call yet. But as hemodialysis improved us. Okay, I think it's time for a dialysis update. We're in end of June 2025. It's been a while since I've really updated with how dialysis is going. And if you don't know me, I'm Colin. I started dialysis about 18 months ago. I've got FSGS, had kidney failure, 22, 23. And yeah, I started dialysis in January 2024. And I've been on hemodialysis about 12 months, about 13, 14 months now. And it's been a while since I've updated. The last updates were I've had high blood pressure and the hemoglobin issues, renal anemia. And how is it going now? I'm on hemodialysis. Things have been going very well. I've been feeling well. Hemodialysis is working really, really well. I'm going 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 4 hour sessions. Yeah, it's just become a routine now. It's become routine to go to dialysis, but it's doing its job. It's all right. I've been going, yeah, like every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. You can't really miss it. You can't miss it, and it's made us a lot better. I'm a lot better right now. In the last few months, my hemoglobin is good again. It's 113 or so. They wanted around 110. I am on the transplant list. People ask that. Am I on the transplant list? Yes, I'm on the transplant list, but I've not heard anything. I've not heard anything yet. So I am good to be called at any time for a transplant. High blood pressure. I was suffering high blood pressure. It was at the end of dialysis. It was like 180 over 90, and at times it was over 200, which was crazy. It was worrying, you know. And the symptoms of my high blood pressure were insomnia. I had a lot of insomnia and a lot of restless legs, and yeah, awful. And that the headaches were awful. Insomnia, I had headaches. I'll come off from dialysis, I had headaches, and it was with me all night. You can't relax. Even paracetamol wouldn't work. But that's behind me now. The reason I've been quiet is because things have been fine. My clearance is really good in dialysis. My clearance is like 1.4, and national average is 1.2. So that's really good, and it's making us feel my energy is good. I'm going pretty much most of the day with good energy, and I'm just living life, working and working, and when I have time to make YouTube videos like now, like weekends, yeah, I'm doing that as well. And I say, how did my renal anemia get better? Well, they increased the Rancep injections, the EPO. It went from Crow's. It went from 40, my EPOs went from 40 to 100 at one point. I was on 100 because my hemoglobin went down to 58. I was in hospital last year, and you know how I felt? I felt rotten. I had palpitations as well during that time. It was awful. That first year of dialysis last year, it was awful. And but slowly the EPO, the 100 milligram, increased my hemoglobin, and to the point where they've reduced it to 80 and now 60. I'm on 60 milligrams of EPO, which is keeping my hemoglobin ticking over at a good level, about 110. I think it went to 120 at one point, and I feel a lot better for it. Now I'm sleeping. I am sleeping. I wouldn't say I'm sleeping amazingly, because I've got a new habit, like waking up too early. But at least now I go to bed. I go to bed at midnight, whatever time it is, and I sleep. I sleep through until I wake up about 4, 5 a.m, 6 a.m. But that's another matter when I wake up. I've never been a morning person, but lately I've been tables rocking. I don't have the video shot shaking. But lately I've been getting up at like silly hours, like 5, 6 a.m. And that's made us tired. Like in the mornings, like 9, I've had to have a rest. Getting up too early, but I'd rather have that than insomnia. So my hemoglobin is fine. It's fine, and when the hemoglobin is below 90, you can't have a transplant. So that's why it's so important. I was off the list for a long time. So now I'm on the list, and I could have the call. People say, when will you have the call for a transplant? I don't know. Look at the forums. If people have been waiting 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years before they've got the call and had a transplant. So I'm only 1 year in. So if I have a transplant anytime soon, I'm one of the lucky ones. But I could be sitting here, I'm sitting in 3 or 4 or 5 years time, still not had a call yet, you know. But hemodialysis is keeping us going. It's keeping us going, and it's really working well. Because when I started on PD, that was a very short burst, and I had peritonitis straight away, and problems with the catheter the wrong way around. Yeah, hemodialysis is better. You know, I don't do hemodialysis at home. I do it at the centre in Bridgewater. Okay, high blood pressure. How did we solve that? I have high blood pressure. They increased my medication. I was candesartan to 16 milligram twice a day. Hydralazine, I'm on 3 times a day, 75 milligram. And at first, for a couple of months, blood pressure didn't change. I increased the tablets, blood pressure tablets, to a high dose of, you know, this candesartan and hydralazine. Blood pressure was staying about the same. But then what happened 3 months later? I noticed my blood pressure started to drop. Started to get more respectable, and my blood pressure, for example, last night I started dialysis. I think it was 137/72, you know, which is nice. Midway it was 150/, I think about 80, something like that. But at the end, it ended on about 145/70 odd. So can't complain at that, you know, can't complain at that. So blood pressure is good. I've even had times blood pressure is like 119/68, you know, that's almost normal. Yeah, I'm just living life, and I'm just carrying on until I get that kidney transplant, which I'm not sitting around waiting for the phone, by the way. You know, when this call comes, it'll be unexpected. I'll not be ready for it. I'll tell you now. You know, my life's too much in motion, and but you gotta remember, a transplant is a ticket for a longer life, all being well, and that will come first before anything when that happens. But you know, right now I'm in a mentally I'm in a good place on dialysis. It's doing its job. I'm going to the centre for 4 hours, and the nurses are great, the centre's great, it's very clean. I can go there, I can do what I want. Once I'm hooked up on hemodialysis started, once I'm hooked up, I just go on my laptop and do what I want. You know, just browse the internet, do some video work, do some my selling work on eBay. So whatever I choose. Sometimes relax, and sometimes I need a bit of a sleep. Has hemodialysis improved us since 2022? Of course. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty much normal most of the time. You know, I'm feeling normal most of the time, but my normal is something I get used to, but it's probably not the same as a normal, because I'm on immunosuppressants as well as hemodialysis. So I've had a transplant before, a heart transplant, and like I say, I just need a miracle with a kidney transplant. But I'm not gonna force it. When the time's right, it will happen, and it will happen. And yeah, potentially I could live for another 10, 20, 30 years, you know. So I'm at peace with it. I'm at peace when the time's right. Yeah, so there's the update from a beautiful Clifton Pier. You can see how nice it is here. I just come for the day out, the afternoon out. And if you've got any questions about dialysis, and just feel free to leave a comment. I've got a full playlist. If you're going through kidney failure, you're worried about it, you're facing dialysis, or you're just starting kidney problems, I've documented it. And the playlist, kidney transplant list, go to the playlists and go back to the 20 odd videos of everything that's development, how it started, basically from the start. The start was in the first video when I was told I would need a transplant eventually, and that was 2022, I think. So check out the playlist. There's a lot of things you might learn, you know, if you're just starting your journey on kidney failure or dialysis. But one thing I will say is, it's not as bad as it seems. Once you're stable on hemodialysis, it's not as bad as it seems. You can get on with life, you can work, and it's not as terrifying as it might seem at the start. I know I was terrified. I didn't know what to expect. But you know, life goes on. Life goes on, and you can live a happy life. You can travel as well. You can travel on dialysis, which I haven't yet. But you know, there's people who can arrange that. Yes, people can arrange that, travel in, and yeah, it's all about just keeping the toxins out of the blood, so you feel better. You know, when you've got a lot of creatinine and urea in your blood building up, yeah, it doesn't make you feel good, does it? It doesn't make you feel good. And if you're interested to know, I've met people who've been hemodialysis for 10 years, and I've read stories where people have been on it 20 years. So I don't see it as close to the end for me. I think there's a long way to go in this life for me, and yeah, just gotta be grateful, you know. And it's ups and downs, and yeah. Alright, thanks for watching, thanks for listening. Subscribe if you want to, and yeah, until the next update with the dialysis and kidneys and how things are going. Like I say, I just wanted to post this video and say everything is, you know, going well, it's going stable. It's just a case of ticking over until I get a transplant. That's all. Alright, peace.